Arbonne is all about clean ingredients. It's low toxicity, high vibrational living. That's really the brand. On our team, we tend to lead with 30 days to healthy living. Why? Because the results are transformative for people all ages, all fitness levels, right? And the reason is the program really leads you to conscious living. So it begins with the idea of conscious eating, but ultimately my faith is that if you take not just one, but maybe you lean a little bit harder after the 30 days into the lifestyle itself, you will have embraced a level of awareness around your life. And that's truly the gift of 30 Days to Healthy Living. If we can get somebody to migrate into the brand and learn during the 30 Days to Healthy Living that it's not just what you're putting in your mouth, it's what you're putting on your skin. You know, in 26 seconds, anything that goes on your skin is directly in your bloodstream and affecting your health. Well, most Americans are just not informed.
Well, and I think too, and it's not something that we really talk that much about, but the mindset that Arbonne brings into your life when you surround yourself with thousands of women who do this,
That's
you know, you are one bound to connect and find relationships. But for me, I noticed that when we go to, you know, Friday coffees, I leave and my mindset is just in a good place. And the things, even if I'm driving to coffee and I am not in the best mood or whatever it is, I always leave elevated and inspired. And you can, today I was sitting and I felt the like vibrations and the energy, even when we weren't speaking. It was just, you couldn't feel down, you couldn't feel less than, because everyone is bringing each other up.
We do lift.
And there's this strong belief throughout everyone that you're in charge of your life and you are in charge of where it heads and what you want to create with it. So
you can own it.
Right.
And so the way I've come to think of this is, you know, when we talk about 30 Days to Healthy Living, or we talk about the Arbonne culture, it's what are we consuming? So what do we consume through our mouth, through our skin, and through our mindset? What thoughts are we allowing, right? Yeah. And I think that's what you're feeling.
Yeah.
Is that when you do life with people who determine, I'm going to live slightly outside of this box, I'm going to do something a little bit different here, you immediately are part of a group that's thinking a little differently than the mainstream, right? My daughter asked me one day as we were driving, why do you share Arbonne with everybody, Mama? Why everybody? Why everybody that we meet? Do you ask them if they want to take a look? And I can tell you authentically why I want to do that. It's because I have tremendous loads and loads and loads and loads of evidence. I have watched lives change. I have watched individuals grow, flourish, not just their paycheck, but them as humans. I've watched people's lives change. I've watched them going from sleepless nights not being able to pay bills to giving money away and creating orphanages, you know, and doing passion plays in their life. And so for me, it's selfish. If I have something and I know it will change your life, I want to tell you about it. Now, what, like you said, if I give you a gift on Christmas morning, it's your choice to open it or not, right?
To keep it, to use it.
To use it however you like, you know? But in the end, I know that I have a heart. And the problem is, I hear the need. It's not a problem. I mean, when I say it's a problem, it's not really a problem. When I'm out and about and I meet people with ease, I hear in their stories almost immediately, whether I'm in the line at the post office or whether I'm sitting and having a meal, people tell you all the time what they need. So you asked about how to do it. You start by becoming a product of the product. You invest all of, you know, a registration fee.
Yeah, which is $50.
To have an online internet commerce site in 6 countries with the potential for a multi-million-dollar business. Much different than a franchise where you're paying $500,000 to secure the place that will own you. And then you literally do what most human beings do anyway. You start sharing what's working for you. So some people talk all about the mascara because they're makeup artists. There's lots of, you know, processes, and different teams use different methodologies. But ultimately the goal is that we share with people the products and the business. We initially begin to build sort of right now paychecks, money that's driven off of the margin on the products. As we start connecting people to the brand, there will be others that catch the vision.
Right.
When they start joining your team, you're beginning to participate in the income structure in a much different way, because you're building a team and you're developing an override. And it is at the really only the second level of leadership, area manager, that your business becomes willable because of the purchase plan, right? People become attached to a product, and then the next month they determine they would like to have that product again. So it's a consumable product, and that recurring buying behavior is willable.
Right.
The income off of that is willable in Arbonne. And at the top levels, we're creating not linear income anymore.
Right.
We're creating an income asset that's creating a recurring payout at the top level at around $20,000 a month. So if you're someone that's watching this video, right, and you're seeing this beautiful, beautiful woman, and you have heard a little bit of this story, and there's even an ounce of you that's wondering, is this possible for me? Is it possible for me to create a life by design, one where time freedom and financial freedom are part of my story in a way that hasn't manifested yet? Lean in. This doesn't hurt. There's no major risk involved here. You will have beautiful discounts on gorgeous, healthy products, and you will have access to a team of people through you and with you and with me who would want to coach you in this business. If you determine during the process that it's not for you, there's no risk because you're not sitting with inventory. Arbonne frowns upon inventory. There's no big closet in my house hiding or in yours stuffed with, with boxes of anything. We buy for our personal consumption. So I think the risk factor, right, is so nominal that I would encourage you to just lean in.
I would also encourage you to ask yourself, or even to close your eyes and envision what life could be without the limits, without the society limits or the limits that we've taught ourselves to believe that we can only have so much. But what if money wasn't an object? And what would your life look like if you had $20,000 a month? What could you create? How would you spend that?
Or give it away.
Right, exactly.
I love that there's people here who don't need a dime, who say yes to building this business because they know that the potential to influence other people's lives is greater with this business than without.
Right. And if you had the resources or the tools to learn how to impact so many lives, like what would your life look like if you took away those limiting thoughts?
Exactly.
So
beautiful. I think that the world will change, just like Petter believed.
So if you guys have any questions, feel free to click the link below. I'll link some things so you guys can get even more information, and reach out to me, and I would be happy to answer any questions. And Michelle has a ton of answers as well, so I'll link her stuff as well.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I love it, you guys. So glad to be with you.
Thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.